Hey guys, what's up? It's Looney TNT Sunday, but I wanted to get a video out for you guys. This is the best classes in Castle Nathria raid, and how we're going to, what we're going to do, we're going to talk about this stuff, but let me tell you guys how I've kind of come to some conclusions that I have been. Now, remember, this stuff can change tomorrow. Everything is still not finalized, and what the stuff that I'm showing you is just public information that I've found that might give you maybe that little push to go a certain spec, right? Because with the raid coming out, I've been getting a lot or with Shadowlands coming out and the raid happening soon, I've had a lot of questions on, what class should I play? What spec should I play? And honestly, right now we have no concrete data that's going to show us, all right, well, this class is performing this well. But what I've done is I've actually gone through what we have, and that is the testing that's been going on in the raid currently. And I want to tell you guys what classes are being most represented, what classes are actually doing the most damage for the limited bosses that we have, and what specs are actually being played from these classes, because that's a big deal too. So let's just jump into it and let's start talking about this stuff. So what I did was I went to the logs that we have for Warcraft logs, and I've been looking at all the people that have been beta testing. Now remember, a lot of these guilds, the top guilds, will actually hide what they're doing, obviously. But the people that have their logs public, I was actually able to go down the list and look at everybody and kind of come to some conclusions what is being played the most right now, and what classes are actually doing, the best in terms of the, I think it's three fights we have or something like that, for bosses for testing. So that said, let's go ahead and let's get into it. So obviously some of these will be no-brainers, right? Demon Hunter, Havoc, obviously, right? And this is just for DPS. We're not talking about healers or tanks or anything, but I did see most raid groups were bringing a Havoc Demon Hunter. Hunters, we had a lot of hunters. There were sometimes, up to 3. I've even seen up to 4 hunters in a raid party, which was pretty crazy. Now remember, these you're gonna see a mix between all these raids. There's not a cookie cutter build for a raid, so different scenarios, people will bring different things, right? But I'm trying to just give you guys the best information that I can find right now to help you guys out with this stuff. Okay, just putting that out there, just keeping it real with you guys. But hunters were in every single group, and marksman by far was the most played out of all those specs. You did see, BM thrown in here and there, and I even saw survival in, one of them. But marksman overall is the spec that people are playing for hunter. It was pretty overwhelming, and hunter was doing really well. So leave it there. The druid boomkin was the most represented spec for the druids. I saw very few ferals. Boomy was overall probably, if you're looking to raid as a druid, that's probably what you're gonna want to play. You're gonna want to play that balanced druid. Monks, Windwalker. I did see a few Windwalkers represented in raids, so that's there. Priest, Shadow, obviously. I did see a lot of Shadow Priest also. Some of them had 2 to 3 in a group. It was pretty crazy. There was a lot of Shadow Priests, so that's good. Warlock. Every group had a Warlock. And the most played was Affliction. So Affliction was by far it was the most played Warlock spec out of them. But Destruction was represented. And sometimes you actually had a Destruction Warlock and an Affliction Warlock in the same raid group. So that was cool to see there. Mage. Frost. It was Frost across the board. Frost was the most... So out of every single DPS class, Mage was the most represented, and Mage was the most consistent on being those top damage numbers. You had some different, different groups obviously have different skilled players, so you're going to see some DPS higher than others, but overall, consistently, the Frost Mage was on top. So, if you're a mage and you're trying to figure out what spec to play, Frost at the moment is doing very well. Okay, just, I have in my notes, Frost is king. That's what I put in my notes. So, that's just kind of shows you where they're at. Shamans. Elemental. Elemental was the, I didn't see a lot of shamans being represented in these, on the logs. But, like I said, all of the logs aren't public, and plus this is not the live, this is from people that are trying to beta test these things, and a lot of times you're getting the more dedicated players that are willing to go and put together these raids and, try to, these guilds and, people trying to figure out these bosses. So, a lot of times you're going to get these, the classes being represented, the classes that a lot of people are going to play. So, Elemental Shaman. Didn't see tons of DPS Shamans, but Elemental was the ones that I did see. I don't think I saw any enhanced Shamans at all, actually. That's surprising. Warrior, Fury. Fury was the best of Warrior spec. I did see a handful of Arms Warriors, but Fury overall. Rogues. Rogues were interesting. Combat was probably the most frequent spec that I saw out of all of them, but I saw all three. All three were represented. They were actually all pretty equal in DPS too. So that was if you're a rogue and you enjoy playing a certain spec, I think you're going to be doing really well, whatever you play. Paladins. Ret Paladin, obviously. Did not see very many Ret Paladins. I saw a few, but there wasn't very many out there. So I don't know if that says something, but I did not see very many of them out there. DK. Unholy. Unholy was probably the highest damage and the highest scene spec from the demon or from the Death Knight. I did see some Frost, but Frost was not I didn't see a lot of it though, so it was pretty interesting. So if I had to say, let's pick a top 3 on the best classes, right? Because the title is best classes. The 3 best classes that I saw from the what we have currently, which isn't a lot, but it is something, was the Mage number 1, the Hunter number 2, and the Warlock for number 3. Okay, and I have seen all 3 of those swap places depending on the raid comps and depending on the people. Okay, so that said, all the classes, I don't think I was missing any. But I think I saw all of them represented except Enhancement Shaman. That doesn't mean Enhancement Shaman's not good. I just didn't see anybody with any logs on it. The ones that I looked at a lot. And yeah, that's about it. So hopefully this information helped a little bit. We have no concrete data right now, so it's hard to put out a video like this, and so many of you guys wanted a video like this, so I tried to do my best, and I tried to figure out the best route to go about this, and what I came up with was looking at logs from people that are beta testing the raids right now to see what classes are doing what. So, and I did not want to put any numbers out there, because the numbers were all different, and depending on how much time you were on that fight, right? You might have got a big burst, and all of a sudden this, the fight only lasts 30 seconds, and then this fight lasts 7 minutes. You can't judge off that stuff, right? And I looked at all the wipe times of a lot of these people, and this is kind of what I came up with. It was a lot of work for such an inaccurate video, because I want to be truthful with you guys. The guide that this guide that I'm putting out for classes right now does not represent everything. It's just what I've come up with from what I have. So just being honest with you guys, but hopefully that gives you guys a little bit of a picture on maybe if you were looking at a few different specs and you're like, well, should I go this spec or this spec? Maybe this will actually help you guys out with that choice. All right, guys. That said, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you guys are enjoying the videos, please subscribe. It helps the channel out so much. Hit that like button, hit that dislike button, whatever you're going to do, just go ahead and do it. Leave a comment. Comments are always appreciated. They always help out the videos. And that said, I'll talk to you guys soon.